How's everybody doing today? I know it's been a little while since I streamed, a couple weeks maybe. So that new trailer just dropped yesterday. I think mostly what I will end up talking about is like Pokemon designs and stuff like that today. But I think a good thing to start off with would be to watch the trailer, and I can comment on that. So on YouTube, they actually have it in two separate trailers. They have a 3-minute one and a 6.5-minute one. So yeah, let's go ahead and start watching this here. All right, here we go. First time chatter. Hey Tefin. Oh, you like my art? That's cool. I like that cat sunglasses emote. Alright, so this trailer, it was uploaded yesterday. There we go. Alright, I see.
Today we begin the treasure hunt.
Alright, so right off the bat, I noticed yesterday they kept talking about the treasure hunt, like that's part of your independent studies. So let's see what else. If they mention this treasure hunt again, because I'm curious about that.
Travel across Paldea. Get to know the region.
I do like them flying. That is pretty cool. The legendaries.
The rich culture.
I love the way that school looks, by the way. This world all around just like looks a lot cooler than what I saw from Sword and Shield.
And the people. Where will you go?
So this trailer seems like it's kind of showing us a little bit of everything. I think it was the, oh, welcome to the Paldea region. Okay.
What will you achieve?
You love how Koraidon runs on all fours. He's pretending to be a motorcycle. Yeah, don't get me started on that.
With you,
It's so weird. He's got those wheels, but they don't even touch the ground.
journey together. Learn together.
And see, you had a shot there of 4 kids all riding their legendaries. So these legendaries, I hope they don't tell us that there's one of each in the world, because when you play multiplayer and you can see 4 of them, it kind of doesn't make sense. Again, with the treasure. The Mecha Dragon look makes more sense than the red one. It does make more sense. I'm still going to get the red one. I'm going to go with Scarlet. Of course, this is the new battle gimmick here. Terra something.
Let the treasure hunt begin.
Alright, so that trailer was a nice little quick overview. Probably didn't even need to watch that one. Let's move on to the next trailer.
The newest titles in the Pokemon series are the Pokemon Scarlet and
This one's
Pokemon
complete with
Violet
voiceover.
games. These
Hopefully they're
titles
like
will
the
be
legendary
open world
birds where they're just very
RPGs,
rare
a
instead of
first
one of a
for the
kind.
Pokemon series.
That would be
Sprawling
really,
landscapes
really
and
cool.
vibrant
I
towns
doubt they're
weave
gonna
together
do that.
form the Paldea region, where your new adventure will unfold.
Paldea sounds nice. I never liked the name Galar, so I think Paldea is
These
a
are the
cool name.
legendary Pokemon,
Oh, what's up?
Koraidon and
Bye, Nine.
Miraidon. You'll rely on
Yo,
one
yo,
of them
yo.
as a partner in your adventure. Climb on.
You ready for my annoying commentary on top of the trailer here?
Move
Yeah, and I
across
think
water
the
and glide through the sky.
Koraidon's the past one, right? Miraidon, I think its wheels don't touch the ground either. I think it hovers.
Cranny of the region with them.
All right, so let's go over that. It just showed us riding around the legendaries. You know what? Let's watch the trailer first. I got a website. I'll go to the main Pokemon website to break down each point.
You will be enrolled.
I don't want to
at
be like a
certain
pause
academy
person and
as a
just pause
student.
it every 5 seconds. I do like the academy. This is gonna be sweet.
And a special independent study project awaits you. The treasure hunt. Through it, you'll embark on a journey
Again,
to
the
find
treasure
of
hunt. So
your
the
own
treasure hunt's
here
like
in
a study
Paldea.
project, they said.
3 grand stories are waiting for you.
3 grand stories. Okay, so they say that one of the stories is
One
the
story
gyms?
will revolve around
The gym
familiar
leaders?
Gym battles. You'll go to 8 Pokemon gyms and aim for the champion rank.
So that's one story, the gyms. I'm guessing the other 2 stories, I mean, when I first saw this trailer, I thought like, wow, 3 main stories, that's amazing. But I'm just like, you got gyms. I wouldn't be surprised if another story was researching for your professors and collecting all the Pokemon, like filling out your Pokedex. They could say that's a story. The same way they could say the gyms are a story. And then the third one, probably you'll encounter like a bad guy team, and then I'm really hoping that at the end of, if that's a story, just like at the end of the game, you'll encounter a third legendary. You know, like the original games, they had the 3 legendary birds, and then they also had Mewtwo. Or Gold and Silver, they had the legendary dogs, as well as Lugia and Ho-Oh. I think Lugia and Ho-Oh were both in Gold and Silver, so those games all had like 5 legendaries, I think. I might even be missing if it had like a mythical. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, those are probably the 3 stories if I had to guess.
In these games, there is no set path you must take when challenging the gyms.
I love
Chart
that.
your very own course along Victory Road. The other 2 stories you'll experience hold many surprises and discoveries as well. Which story will
All right, what do we think about that? They're saying that the other 2 stories will hold surprises and discoveries. What do we think about that?
you begin with? How will you progress?
Of course, I'm
through
just
them?
kidding. Like,
It
of
is
course they
all
do.
Up to you.
They probably didn't need to say that.
Professor Sada and Professor
I do
Turo,
think the professors
research
look kind of
legends
stupid.
passed on in
There's
the
like a cave
Paldea
woman
region.
and a Tron
Mr.
man.
Clavel is the director of the
And
academy
everybody
you
else
attend.
kind of is wearing like
And Mr.
modern
Josh
clothes,
is your
you know?
homeroom teacher who teaches biology. You'll have your battle-loving friend, Nimona. And you'll meet
Battle-loving
Arthur,
friend.
an upperclassman and a great cook.
I love his hair, dude.
There's also Penny, a shy student in your grade. There are gym leaders too, like Grusha, the ice-type gym leader.
Is Grusha... Does that name come from any sort of like Spanish or Portuguese? Like Grusha? Because Grusha... I could see if it was like Grucia, like Grusha, like with a C. But like Grusha seems kind of weird to me. Probably going to expand the crystal thing. Yes.
The people
Oh,
you
for
meet
one
in
of the stories,
Paldea
you
are
mean? For one of
sure
the
to
quests,
enrich
maybe?
your adventures. Many different species of Pokemon.
Definitely gonna talk
also
about these
call the
Pokemon in a
Paldea
few
region's
minutes.
home. This Pokemon is the Paldean regional form of Wooper. It lives on the land and covers its body with a poisonous film.
What a little swamp guy.
Fido are delightfully squishy Pokemon that are smooth to the touch. And here's Cetitan, which has a large body and a hard horn that can freeze its surroundings.
A hard horn?
Of course, we also have
It has
a
one
Pokemon
horn.
from which you'll choose your first partner. Sprigatito.
Bulbapedia says Grusha comes from the Russian word for pear? Oh, okay. I like Wooper overall, but the variant has almost no differences. Yes, we will talk about the specific Wooper best boy. Best boy in the trailer, maybe. Still love him, though. Yes, we'll get to that.
Coco. And Quaxley.
Quaxley, man, he loves his hair.
Enjoy me. From which you'll choose. And Quaxley.
Look at him. Look at that.
Fuecoco. and Quaxley.
He's such a preppy little guy.
Enjoy meeting lots of Pokemon. And complete your Pokédex as part of your adventure.
Oh, this is something I wanted to take a closer look at. Pokédex, so it shows a book. A new Pokemon has been registered. So, this Pokédex, from what we're seeing right here, so it looks like an app, right? Like this looks like a window in your Rotom phone here. But in the app, it looks like books, volumes of books. You can see Sprigatito, Pokemon number 1, Quaxley number 7, Lechonk 10. I like the way this looks. And then maybe if you want to read their entries, the book comes off of the shelf and opens up. And it's like, Sprigatito, the whatever Pokemon. I like how that looks. It's very cute. It's like a library app on your phone. Yes.
Union Circle,
I wish there was a real Pokemon app
play
for our
with
phones
up
like
to
that.
3 friends. You can go look for Pokemon
Multiplayer in this game does look a lot better than what I know about multiplayer of other Pokemon games.
Has to offer with family and friends.
You also like the Pokedex UI? Yeah. Okay, so multiplayer, they didn't say much about it, but like, it looks really cool. It does look better. That's probably the main reason I'm going to get this game. The last Pokemon game I got was Pokemon X. But this multiplayer looks like a lot of fun. I've got a couple of friends who are probably also getting the game. And it looks like it'd be a really chill night just to like, for 2 or 3 of us to be playing Pokemon and do whatever. But yeah, now let's look at the Terastal phenomenon. Terastalize!
The Terastal phenomenon makes Pokemon shine like gems.
Not gonna lie, the first 5 seconds I saw this yesterday, I thought it was really cool. But it immediately kind of wore off on me. It kind of got old right away.
Region are able to Terastalize, which can provide a boost to a Pokemon's type and make its moves stronger. Some Pokemon
So it's just like type steroids, kind of. Terastal looks so bad to me, mostly because of the hats. But I think it'll be more fun than other gimmicks.
Depend on that Pokemon's Terra type.
I hope Chandelure is in this game. It'd be so funny, Chandelure with a chandelier hat.
Eevee would typically remain normal type after terastalizing, but there could be Eevee that become grass or water type after terastalizing.
There could be. I mean, you're showing it to us right now, so there probably is.
Pokemon with rare Terra types.
No clue how to spell that, yeah.
Pokemon that have rare Terra types are more likely to appear in Terra raid battles. You can challenge Terra Pokemon in these battles with up to 3 other trainers. This is a new kind of raid battle, where you can attack or heal with your own timing without having to wait for your allies.
Big. That's big. That excites me. So what that sounds like to me is like an active time battle system or something, where maybe it's depending on your Pokemon's speed or something. That will determine when you have your turn, and it's not like one person's turn, a second person's turn, a third person's turn. They just said your turns are separate from your teammates. And that's very exciting.
Battles with up to 3 other trainers. This is a new kind of raid battle, where you can attack or heal with your own timing without having to wait for your allies.
Background of the raid looks cool. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I love dimly lit settings. So this place looks pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, I'm just guessing it's going to have to do with your Pokemon's speed, you know? Maybe it doesn't, but that is so cool to me that, like, the boss Pokemon will probably have its own timing. Let's say it gets to do a turn every 25 seconds, and your Pokemon's faster than that, so you get to go every 15 seconds. You are playing with a friend, their Pokemon is slow, they get to go every 30 seconds, and it's just kind of like moves back and forth like in their own time. That sounds really cool. it sounds more engaging. It sounds more engaging if you like ATB, active time battle. Like if you have to pay attention to when you can go again, and maybe if you sit there thinking for 2 minutes on which move to use, but the boss Pokemon that you're raiding against gets to go like 3 times because you're not going. The most interesting part to me, I think, is coordinating with your friends or people online. Just like, okay, I'm going to use this, and then right after that, you use this other move. The coordination, I think, is what will be interesting with this whole timing thing. So that sounds very fun to me. I can't wait to see what that's like.
Try to
Oh yeah, you can
cooperate
pull
with
off
your allies
combos.
to get the upper hand in these battles. After you successfully defeat a Terra Pokemon, you'll get the opportunity to catch it for yourself.
So sorry to pause it so much. How did raid battles work in Sword and Shield? Was it if like 3 of you were fighting a Gigantamax raid? Do all 3 of you get to catch that Pokemon, or can only one of you catch it? Because I never did any raids in Sword and Shield. Hopefully the raid Pokemon have special raid exclusive moves to make it harder. That would be cool. Honestly, I love the idea of boss battles, but I hate the idea of like, oh, you're just getting a Pokemon with a different Terra type. So if they can, everybody can catch them. Okay, that's cool. The more unique they can make the raid battle Pokemon, the better, I think. Whether they have weird moves or whatever, because I don't know. I can see the type changing thing getting old kind of fast. And so Legends Arceus had the alpha Pokemon, and those were really cool. It's cool to have alpha Pokemon in your party, but they weren't really like bosses, you know what I mean? Like they were too common, and there wasn't anything different about them other than they were big and stronger. It was cool to have them in your party, but so if you catch a terrestrialized Pokemon that has a different type, it's kind of like you're just catching it to catch it. Like you're probably not going to put it in your party most of the time. So I'm anxious to see what they do with those Pokemon. We'll have to see.
We've kept all the things you love about Pokemon, while evolving the adventure you can have.
They kept all the things we love? What if we love Z moves? Or
Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
the trading thing? I forget what it's called.
We hope you look forward to the day you set out on your adventure.
The main thing about the alphas for me were that they're really scary in the wild, but not really different when it's in your party. Yes, exactly. I liked collecting them. My party was just all alphas plus my starter, because if I can get a big Pokemon, like visually they look cool. That's why I wanted them. I like having the bigger Pokemon. But yeah, you're right. They were really cool to have in the wild. They're just like, if you're trying to sneak past it or sneak up to it to throw something at it. They did a really good job in Legends Arceus incorporating all the gameplay mechanics to fit with the rest of the game. So like the alphas fit with the gameplay of you like running around the world. It made the world cooler. And the whole like throwing mechanic and stuff that was new in that game, it made that really fun with alphas as well. So I guess that's kind of what bothers me about gimmicks and like these raid battles and stuff in the main games, is like they don't really seem to fit. Like you're telling me in the wild there's just a Pokemon that's wearing a weird glass hat, and for some reason this Pokemon, the timing is different. Like I don't know. But yeah, let's take a closer look at this stuff, and then we can really dig into it here. All right, so I'm on the website. And I was here yesterday. This website was set up so much better. They had like a nice Pokemon Presents page, but they don't really have that today for some reason. So let me go to the Pokemon. Let's look at the new Pokemon first, because to me, that's always the most exciting thing of a new Pokemon trailer, or maybe it's not a trailer. Maybe they just post one on Twitter. They used to do that for Sun and Moon, I think. I remember they would post some distorted Pokemon on Twitter or something. Let's start with Satitan. All right. So what does everybody think about this Pokemon? Satitan. So right off the bat, what type is it? Type ice. Okay, that's what I was thinking. You're a fan. Very unique shape. Yeah, so it's an ice whale. Initially, I really loved this Pokemon a lot. But then I realized it's a little awkward, but still overall positive. Yeah, the awkwardness for me, it's yet another Pokemon that's just a sphere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of the Pokemon now, they're kind of just a sphere. They're kind of just chunky in the exact same way. And if you're going to have a Pokemon just be like a sphere shape, I think this is a really cool one. I do really like this guy. I like Satitan, just a big boy. Also like how it got pink and gray. It's so cute. Oh, it's got pink? Oh, yeah, okay. I see some pink. I feel like it's trying to be cool, but not really cool to me. It's more derpy and awkward. He's a cool round guy. Yeah, so I like this guy, but I also don't like him. I think he's fun to look at. I do overall get good vibes from him. I'm glad he exists. The weird parts for me is he's just another round one. But also, there's some shit going on his stomach area right here. Kind of reminds me of Ultra Beast a little bit. It's just kind of seems like a weird pattern for weird sake. I'm not really sure what this design is supposed to mean on his stomach. If he didn't have that, or maybe he just had the circles without the lines, I think I would like him a lot more. But the weird connected like line pattern with the circles, kind of like the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. It's kind of a little too much for me. Otherwise, though, I do really like him. I wish his shape was a little bit different. Like, instead of being like a sphere, maybe he could be like a little bit longer or something. Or, yeah, maybe he could come up and be a little taller. I mean, that might be weird, but I feel like they made such a weird Pokemon that I would like if the shape was like a little bit weirder on top of that. By9 says, I totally see that. I think the face would read better without the complicated belly pattern. Yeah, so the face is weird. Like, you see it open up its mouth, and it's like, I don't know. You guys know what I mean like this? It's like doing one of those with its mouth. Or it's got one on top, and then two below. So it's like going like that. It opens up its mouth. It's got weird ass teeth. Looks like they're kind of based on whale teeth. It's got like a jigsaw face. Yeah, I like the interlocking face. But yeah, combined with the belly pattern right under the mouth, it's kind of like, what are we supposed to be looking at? Like, the belly pattern makes me think something like is going to pop out of it. Like the circles are going to, like more spikes are going to come out there or something. So overall, I do like this guy. You know what? I set this up earlier. Let me put the music back on. I'm going to do a Twitch poll here. Where the poll at? I found it. Create a new poll. Here we go. Question. thoughts on the Titan? Alright. I'm a slow typer, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. Alright. Got this all typed up. Duration 1 minute. Start poll. Okay, so there should be a poll going. I've never done a poll before, so let me know if it doesn't show up. Oh, okay, I think I see it. Oh, I can vote. I'm gonna vote in my own poll. Alright. So we got this poll going for 1 minute. It's almost half done here. Let's see what you guys think of Titan here. You know, I'll have to look up how to do a poll overlay next time. I probably shouldn't look that up now. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Titan. After this poll, I'll rate it 1 to 10 because I did that with the last batch of Pokemon with Pawmi, Lechonk, and Smoliv. I rated all those guys, so. Most people think it's pretty good. With 75% of the vote here. 25% was it's great, which was above it's pretty good. So most people seem to like it, but not think it's like amazing. At least out of the 4 people, including myself, that voted there. Alright. 1 out of 10. What do we all think? What do we all think? What do I think of Titan? I'm going to say maybe a 7. I'm going to give Titan a 7. What I see when I look at it, it makes me happy. A lot of times new Pokemon do not make me happy. This one makes me happy, but I'm also like, wait, why does it... What are they doing? I'd say a 7 for me. 7 for me. New gen Pokemon have a lot more stuff going on in their designs, which can be really cool, but sometimes takes away focus. That's true. Sometimes, like the old Pokemon, just sometimes they were very, very basic. Not as good as the perfect being Lechonk, though. Binine gives it 7. Tin Can Cat gives it a 6. Alright, so we're all kind of on the same page here. 7 is pretty good. If all the new Pokemon came out and they were all 7s, I think that would be a really good gen for me. Because what I expect is like mostly 5s and then 10 that are 7 and above. So it's good to see a 7. I like Titan. Let's go to the other one. Do you guys remember its name before I pull it up here? Oh, wait. Sorry, let's read these Titan facts real quick. Terra Whale. That's neat. Dude, I love this picture of it with its mouth open. It's kind of stupid here. I think it's weird. Its teeth... I don't know. It's weird, but I like that it's weird. They really didn't need to go this hard with this Pokemon, but they did. Good for them. I don't like this pose, whatever this is. It kind of emphasizes that its body shape is just like round. It's like a ball stretching upwards is what this looks like. Strong muscles and thick blubber. So Titan need to have... Oh, yeah. This is a pet peeve of mine. What do you guys think? The fact that every Pokemon, it seems to be canon, that the plural of that Pokemon's name never has an S. So I would say Titans. Look at all those Titans over there. But the Pokemon Company says, look at all those Titan over there. It rubs me the wrong way that every single Pokemon is that way. Like, what if every single animal was that way? Might actually bump my rating up if it has cool animations, like that bite picture. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean, yeah. I like when Pokemon have unique animations, and it opening its mouth, I think, does make it cooler. That's like the coolest thing it can do is open its mouth. So hopefully it does that every time it attacks. The Titan need to have tough muscles to be able to support their immense bodies, and physical attacks using their bodies have incredible power. They also migrate around the snowy regions, protected by a thick layer of subcutaneous fat. I guess what makes it... Sorry. I guess it makes sense so they don't have to think up plural forms where S wouldn't make sense. It really wouldn't... There wouldn't be that much to think about, you know what I mean? Like, they could do it, but... Yeah, it's just one of those things. I guess they just blanket every Pokemon no S. The horn on the upper jaw freezes the surroundings. Okay, so it's only the upper jaw horn. The Titan has 5 hard horns. Among them, the horn on the upper jaw is able to gather ice energy, making the surrounding temperature extremely low and freezing the area around the Pokemon. Very cool. Very cool. I like the official art. It has 3 horns and 1 special horn. Huh, I don't see a special horn. I wonder what horn. So I like the Titan official art here. Fido looks weird. Sometimes I get the feeling, I look at the official art and I feel like I can tell that they sketched over the 3D model of that Pokemon because the official art looks too like stiff. And I think Fido, I think that's what they did with this. I think that's what they did with this. I think they sketched over a 3D model because it's, man, it just has no personality, this drawing here. The dog itself might be cool, but this art, I don't like it. It's really plain. That's such a weird power to me for some reason. This specific horn is full of ice power for no reason. It's funny, I made a monster. Oh, I think it was a snowman. I think I made a snowman monster that had that same power. But it was a snowman, so. And I was young. I did that like 2 years ago. I was like a child. I meant that the special one was the one with the... yeah. I thought you were making like a penis joke. Has 1 special horn. Just the way it was typed. My bad. I did think it looked kind of weird, but I couldn't pin down why. Well, it's not a problem. It's more funny than anything else. I do not like the Fido in its art or in the game. Yeah, so I like the concept. I like a dog made of dough. Personally, to me, it looks like this dough is already baked. It looks like bread. But whatever. I don't really... That's fine. But you guys, you know what's so funny? My wife loves the cute ones like Fido. Like, she's one of those, she doesn't play Pokemon, but when she sees a cute Pokemon, she's like, holy crap, I need that Pokemon. A couple hours ago, I showed her Fido, and she thought it was so gross and she hated it. She hated Fido. Fido's whole point is to be cute, and somebody who only likes the cute Pokemon hated it. Like, bro, what are you doing with your designs, man? What are you doing? Anyway. Yeah, so I hate the art. I like the idea. I do think it's kind of weird. It's, I hope it evolves into, like a rude burnt bread Pokemon, gives it more personality than just being a nice dog. That would be really cool. That would be cool. Right before I started the stream, I drew a little dog that was a loaf of bread. Maybe I'll show that to you guys. Yeah, you know what? Let me pull that up. But yeah, so I'll set up a Fido poll in a minute. All right, let me set that up now. New poll. I'm just gonna call this one Fido. I think I'm spelling it right. I'm not gonna check. Just gonna do 3 options this time. They're all gonna be one word because it takes me a while. All right, start that poll. All right, Fido poll has been started. Everybody look at your chat. There's a poll going there. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this bread one that I drew. Now, I'm not gonna say this is better than Fido. It's not. But I just wanted to show you guys. Now this little guy, every day you can peel a little slice from his behind, and you can make toast, you can make a sandwich. You can do whatever you want with it. It's your bread, you know. So yeah, this the monsters that I make, they're classified into families, and one of the families, they're like synthetic monsters, and I don't have a whole lot of them. So this guy would definitely be one of the synthetic ones. And it looks like 3 people voted for being pretty meh about Fido. Nobody voted they loved it. Nobody voted they hate it. So like Applin? I guess so. Oh, it sheds crumbs? That's such a cool idea. I don't know Applin's dex entry, but yeah, I guess it's like that. You can just take a slice off or whatever. Or the dragon apple, if that's not its name. Yeah, I think the dragon apple evolves from Applin. Anyway, so this is not Fido, but it's a bread dog. We'll see if I draw it, if I paint it. I probably won't. So, my score of Fido, I will give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 because it's just kind of really like mid-tier. I like the idea. Its evolution will probably be pretty neat. It's got a good concept, I think. But I don't like looking at it. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would rate it. 5 out of 10 Tin Can Cat? Man, we're all pretty much on the same page with these so far. I just can't get over how much I don't like that art. How much I really think it was traced over a 3D model. Ken Sugimori, where are you? You know? Save us. Do a really shitty watercolor painting. That would be great. Interesting that fairy seems to be the sweet food type. I would give it a 4. Yeah. I know what you mean. Because what is fairy about this? Nothing. Like, the T one, I guess, makes sense, because... Or no, that was ghost, wasn't it? Yeah, fairy type seems like it could kind of be like anything. I don't hate it, but it doesn't make me feel anything. That is how I feel about... Well, I was gonna say about Smoliv. I do hate Smoliv, so that's not true. The cat... Sprigatito. I think it's very cute, but I don't feel anything when I look at it. It's kind of just like a blank Pokemon. Alright, so this one's the puppy Pokemon fairy type, 24 pounds. 1 foot, 24 pounds, wow. It's fairy type because it's bred, and that makes total sense. Don't question it. Yeah, sorry for questioning it. This is cute. Okay, we're gonna look at this. This is cute. Man, somebody... I can't remember who said this. I was watching a YouTube video. Probably. Somebody said that the the newest art style for the Pokemon people, for the NPCs and the player character and everything. The newest style, it kind of just like, it looks like those like internet character creators where you can kind of like make your own me. You know what I mean? Like it's like a blank template and you can like give it your own hair and give it your own eyes and whatever. Like this NPC has no personality or no distinctive art style. Xbox avatar, that's a great yes. They're just all kind of like blank and inoffensive. Man, I wish they would go harder with an art style, you know? Like the Pick Crew thing? Probably. Let me look that up. Pick Crew. I don't know if I'm looking at the right thing, but maybe. Yeah. Yeah, just like character creators that you can do online. To make your own character, make your own avatar. That's what I see when I look at this NPC here. Just, it's kind of like blank, like meant to be forgettable. I do think the player characters look pretty neat, but I do think with each game, they do kind of seem to lose more and more personality. And the graphical style in general seems to just have less and less like style, you know? Like the graphics of this game and Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends Arceus, the graphics were kind of just like you do think the important NPCs look better. That's true. Like have any of you played Final Fantasy VII Remake? All of the main characters are just like look crazy, and then all the NPCs are just like wearing regular t-shirts and have normal hair. Particularly your classmates and teachers have a lot of appeal even in 3D. That's true. So one thing I do wish they would change in this game is change the lighting. I do think like the shading and everything, I wish they would make it like more cartoony, since they don't really have the graphics to back up doing like whatever shading they're trying to do. I wish it had more style and less regular, like regular shading, if that makes sense. I do think they make the NPCs plainer so people can customize them more. Oh, the main characters, the MCs. Like more of a blank slate. Cell shading would be nice, yeah. I said that about Pokemon Legends Arceus and somebody said, it is cell shading. And then I was like, oh, I guess I meant different cell shading. Go more extreme with it, because the shading just ended up being really muddy and like gross to look at. So let's read about Fido here. This Pokemon has a moist, smooth feeling to it. Fido's moist, smooth skin has elastic qualities and is both firm and soft at the same time. Most of these Pokemon become excited. When they become excited, they intimidate their opponents by puffing up their bodies to appear bigger. So they like bake themselves, I guess. Its breath contains useful yeast. Fido ferments things in its vicinity using the yeast in its breath. It ferments things in its vicinity. Bro, that's so weird. I doubt it actually does that. Said yeast is useful for cooking, so this Pokemon has been protected by people since long ago. What? So this Pokemon has been protected by people since long ago. Dude, I can write better than that, man. I will say these powers, it has very cute. It can make beer bestmon. Yeah, it's got that yeast, but I doubt they'll have beer in the game. They could have adults drink beer at a bar or something, or just like outside. Like, they don't have to let your character drink beer if you're supposed to be like 12 or whatever. it can still be a kid's game, and you can still, like, I don't know, have stuff that kids can't do in it. Alright, so those are the new Pokemon. Now let me try to find other things we can talk about. So we met the Pokemon. Let's talk about the characters, I guess. Okay, Arvin was new. Let's talk about Arvin. What do you guys think about Arvin? Oh shit, you know what? I forgot a Pokemon. How dare I? I forgot the best boy. Exactly, I forgot about Wooper. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do a poll right now, because I probably won't have much to say about Wooper. I'm doing less options with every poll. Alright, Paldean and Wooper. So the poll is up, feel free to vote. Like Breath of the Wild with the Gerudo bars that you can't order from? Sure, yeah, like that. Okay, let's all vote on this poll here. So this... kind of not really that different from regular Wooper. It's pretty much the same, which I could get behind. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm the one who voted bad in this poll. The poll was good and bad. 75% people say good. 25% myself say bad. By 9, I did see your evolution. Yes, I saw you posted it to Reddit, and somebody commented on it saying, "Oh, you must have seen my idea for the evolution based on this," and I just wanted to comment on that and be like, you think the artist, like, saw your idea, your comment in some other thread and drew it? Like, artists have their own ideas, like... Anyway. It's very simple, but I enjoy it. The skull and crossbones motif is subtle, but still noticeable. I feel like the fact that Quagsire wasn't shown off, but Wooper was, makes me feel the Wooper variant is going to evolve into a whole new regional evolution. Oh, the markings on the body are like a spine. Oh, you're gonna go check that comment. Yeah, it's just... It wasn't like a bad comment or anything, it just kind of annoyed me. They were saying, like, you must have gotten your idea from their comment in a different Reddit thread. They were like, oh, I'm assuming you noticed my comment about it evolving into blank. What a crazy thing to write online. Anyway, so there's one reason why I don't like this Wooper. And I don't like that its gills are now bones. It has bones sticking out of its head. I just don't like it. I think it looks dumb. If they were going to do the whole skull and crossbones thing, I think they could have done it a little better. I don't know if those still are gills. What's it typing? Poison and ground. So no water typing, so it probably doesn't have gills. Even though it is... Oh my god. They're saying it's a fish. They're saying it's a poison fish Pokemon. The Wooper is not a fish, but Paldean Wooper is a poison fish. I think that's stupid. Anyway, it now has bones sticking out of its head. I don't know, it just bothers me is all. I think it's bad. I don't mind the color scheme. Yeah, they're still making the Pokédex categories inaccurate as hell. It's a fish! Tin Can Cat. It's a fish. Poison ground, poison fish Pokemon. Let's see what it wrote about it. They live on the land and cover their bodies with a poisonous film. In ancient times, Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region. But it seems after losing in a struggle for territory, they began living in bogs on land. To keep from drying out while living on land, they began to cover their bodies with a poisonous film. So, which is it? Is it mud? Or is it a poison film? If it's not making the poison film, where is it getting it, you know? I just would assume it's muddy. Powerful poisonous liquid. Okay, here we go. Now it's gonna tell us. Powerful poisonous liquid emits from their tough gills. By the way, I just realized, see how these have 2 columns of like little facts about them? I bet those are the 2 different Pokedex entries. That makes sense. I never thought about it that way before reading these websites of the new Pokemon. I was like, why do they all have 2 paragraphs? But they're just two different Pokedex entries. I will say, however, this evolves. It does have to become a lot more interesting for me to think they pulled it off well. So it's kind of like a toxic mud skipper. These Wooper's gills have hardened. Okay, so they're hard gills. Thanks to living on land so long, their bodies are heavy and they move slowly, but they can protect themselves by shooting powerful poisonous liquid from their gills. You may see poisoned Pokemon in areas where these Wooper live. That's neat, thinking about the Pokemon around it being poisoned. That's cool. Oh, the different games, yeah. So, its gills are hard. Man, I don't like how the gills look. They look like bones, which they're supposed to look like bones, but I think they could have done it better. I really, really hope it has a sweet evolution. Everybody should go check out By9's evolution. If they want to post it, that's cool. In here. Or I could even bring it up if you want. Go right ahead. Okay, I'll pull it up. Alright. So here we have their evolution. Let's see if you wrote anything about it. Paldean Quagsire, despite being slow and dull-witted, it is extremely dangerous. Not only can it stab opponents with the spike-like bones jutting from its body, each one is laced with a deadly poisonous blood. Yeah, that is really cool. If they made the evolution this cool, like just some sort of like dark poison creature with a skull motif, something like this, that would be very cool. You did a really good job. I really hope they make it something like this. Yeah, just like the walking on 2 legs, bones sticking out of it. Its head looks like a skull. I love the tongue leaking out there and the big fat tail. I really like this. Even the belly pattern seems like it's like almost oozing or dripping down it. And it's got horns. If they do anything this cool, that would be awesome. So the Iberian rib newt, a Spanish native, uses its own bones to defend itself. Hence this. Okay, that's really cool. That's a really cool idea. You know, they're probably going to do that. You probably are right on with that idea. I really hope they go all out with the bone thing. I like your idea. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really cool idea. All in all, I would give this Wooper probably a 5 out of 10. Like Fido, I don't really like it, but I do want to see where it goes. It does interest me, but when I open my eyes and I'm like, all right, what am I gonna see today? And it's this, I'm like, I've seen better. I don't care. But I am excited for its evolution. I love how it's still derpy. I love how it's still derpy, but like evil derpy now. Toxic Silly Man. I'm a little afraid they won't due to censorship, but I guess we'll see. Just the bone thing, yeah. This Wooper gets a 6 out of 10 for me. But I say it really depends on how it evolves. I like I like it, but it's just a brown Wooper. Yeah, I do like the little tummy symbol. I like that. The bones, I don't know. They could have made the bones look better. All right, so we got a 4 from me, or no, I said 5. A 5 from me. By 9 says 6. All right, let's go back to Arvin. Arvin is an upperclassman at the academy. He's good at cooking and researching healthy recipes. So, okay, so Wooper was a 5 out of 10 according to Tin Can Cat. So, did they show in a different trailer this game would have cooking? Because I think they did. That would be very fun. I do love cooking in games. I would rank it high if it was more original, yeah. You really like Arvin? I really like Arvin's hair. I like the whole good at cooking thing. I like his boots. Yeah, he's really cool. Holding a berry. Yeah, I hope you do a lot of cooking. Alright. Gotta go back to the trainers here. Okay, so Arvin's cool. Clavel, I mean, whatever. He just looks like a normal old man. What is he, like the principal? He's the director. His Pokeballs are all white. That's neat. So this whole, the name of the academy you go to is different according to which version of the game you buy. And like which version of the game you buy determines what color of shirt this guy wears. I don't really like that. Like, I was excited when they... Oh, I think the music ran out. Hold on. When they said, oh, we still got music. When they were showing it would be 2 different academies, I thought it would be 2 different academies with different teachers, and both academies would be on the world map somewhere. But it seems like what they do, since you have the same director, same homeroom teacher, I think it's the same academy. It's just, if you have Scarlet, it's called this, and their color is orange. If you have Violet, it's called this, and the color is blue. I think it's the same, you know what I mean? I was hoping there would be 2 different schools on the world map, and they would have different teachers. That would be cool, but they have the same teachers. A lot of people are saying Clavel looks very twist villainy. Not to spoil some other maybe recent Pokemon games, but yeah, I could see it. They've done stuff like that. I think he looks so evil and mean that the twist will be that he's not mean, he's actually cool. He's probably the most normal looking one of the rivals other than Nimona. So yeah, you're probably talking about Arvel? Was that his name? I forget his name. Post-game quest where you get him a new shirt. Same the school rivalry thing. Yes, exactly, Tin Can Cat. If there were actually 2 schools and there was a school rivalry, that would be so great. That would be great. Imagine if... So Nintendo wouldn't do this, but other games have done this. If, let's say there are 2 different academies, and whichever one you go to is according to which version you bought. Let's say Nintendo does these like online events where it's like the schools would be competing with each other, and it's like whichever school maybe they'd have a tournament where players compete, or they'll have like a Pokemon catching competition where like on this day whatever players catch the most Titans like score, and the academies are like versing each other with score, and then the next day it'll be a different Pokemon. Like if they could actually do a school rivalry thing, that would be great. But because you have the same teachers and principal even though they're two different schools, but they have the same characters. That tells me that there's not two different schools, that there's two different names for the same school, depending on which version you bought. So if you buy Scarlet, then the Violet school just will not exist. That's how it appears. Alright, let me catch up on comments here. School rivalry thing would work so well with the 2 games per gen. Yeah, that's the same comment I already read, and I went off on a little rant. That would kind of legitimize a reason for there being 2 different versions. I mean, there still wouldn't need to be 2 different versions, but people always complain they're the same game. Why are there 2 versions other than you want some people to buy the game twice? But if they actually put the 2 versions thing to practical use with a school rivalry, that would be fantastic. It'd be win-win. The players would love it, and it would be good for them because they'd have less people saying there's no reason to have 2 versions, you know. Then people online would get into it too. I would love to have a thing like this to do online, a school rivalry, because I'm not like super competitive. I might not really want to just fight people online, but to have events like this online where it's just like I can compete by doing single player stuff and compete in a school rivalry, or maybe I can go to the academy or something and just like do a quick online match, but it's like I'm not doing any matchmaking. It just does that on its own as part of the rivalry thing. So it's just a quick thing. I like am in a tournament and then get to leave right away, and that gives points for my school if I win the match, and like no points for the other school that I was just fighting. That would be really cool. They could do it like Splatoon. I'm not really familiar with how Splatoon does it, but if they do it like that, that's really cool. So yeah, it's not that Nintendo would never do this, because even though I did say that, I guess I was wrong. What I mean is the Pokemon company would never do it. They don't... There's so many things you could do with the world of Pokemon that would be very new and very cool that they could just do every game, just like events like this. That I would much rather have more of that kind of stuff than have like the chandelier hats. Because the chandelier hats, they're not a reason I would buy and get into the game. I'm not going to get into the game because of the gimmick that they do every generation, but I would get into the game if they add features like this, and they think of ways. I think Pokemon Legends Arceus did a good job. They think of ways to get people into the game. Like Legends Arceus had... I didn't really do the endgame stuff, but I know they had like swarms of Pokemon and the alphas. That's just a nice way you can go into the world and interact with it and like do some alpha hunting, you know. Shiny hunting, but I would love events. Like this Splatoon contest, but it's actually tied to the game instead of being something you choose in-game. Sure, yeah. Game Freak should hire us, yeah. Game Freak should hire anybody else. I don't want to sound mean. Like, I don't think too highly of them as far as innovating in games and Pokemon designs. In my mind, they're consistently dropping the ball. That being said, I'm not trying to join the pile of people who are just, you know, shitting on them, and I have my own opinions, and those are my opinions. I think they're doing a bad job, but they're doing a good job in the sense that Pokemon Sword and Shield sold the most out of any Pokemon game, and you know, I'm sure this stuff appeals to kids. You don't need to innovate all the time for kids to look at a dog made out of bread dough and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy that game, or my parents are gonna buy it for me. But they should hire some people that have ideas, you know, a new Pokemon game comes out, I always think, oh, they didn't have any ideas. And that's kind of what bums me out. I wish they would do more with the 2 separate games other than like version exclusive Pokemon. Gen 8 did more with that, with the different gym leaders depending on the game, but the split should be a bigger part of the games themselves. So, I don't really think you should be locked out of content because of what version you bought. Like, the exclusive Pokemon I think is cool because you're not locked out of that content. That encourages trading. It encourages one person having Scarlet and then their friend has Violet. But if you have different characters, like different professors, different gym leaders, you're being locked out of content. If you buy Scarlet, but you want to interact with the Violet professor, your friend can't trade you the Violet professor. You just will not, you won't have that character. And the gym leaders were the same way. Like, there was a really cool gym leader, I forget her name, in the DLC of Pokemon, either Sword or Shield, I forget. She was like an ice trainer, I think, or gym leader. But only in one version of the game, right? I think. So I don't like being locked out of content. I do like the Pokemon being exclusive because you can trade. But I think stuff like events, that's not separate content necessarily. It's just like, it does emphasize these are 2 different schools, you know. Bynon says, but that'd mean you'd miss stuff. Right. That's exactly what I was just saying. As a developer myself, by the way, Bynon, real quick, that game you're working on, it looks sweet. It looks like I cannot wait to buy that game. So I just wanna do a little applaud to you as a developer there. Your game looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet. As a developer myself, I do feel a lot of sympathy to them. It so often feels that games are made worse, not through the failures of the creators, but through meddling of publishers and executives. Yeah, that might have a lot to do with it. I do think Game Freak can have some more new ideas and still... I think the whole Sword and Shield selling the most thing I think it's just because it's the newest and it's on the Switch. I think if they innovated and had some better ideas, I honestly still think it would sell more. I bought Pokemon Legends, but not Sword and Shield, because it had new gameplay. Right? I would love to buy Sword and Shield. I borrowed it from my friend to see if I would like it. I did not like it. So I think they would end up selling more if they evolved it a little bit. Oh yeah, the final products are coming out pretty shoutily. Let's move on to the next character. Grusha. Grusha is pretty sweet. The whole meme going around right now is like, oh, Grusha's a boy? Like, I thought Grusha would be a girl. I am surprised Grusha doesn't identify as a female. Not as a female. I didn't mean to say that. As female. Because that's a pretty feminine character, but, you know, to each their own. It could be, you know, like a feminine boy who still identifies as a boy. It seems that way. I know there was a character in Legends Arceus, I forget their name. There's no voice acting. So you see the character in the game, and it's a pretty feminine character, but then when they say the character is he, him, I remember being surprised because it was a pretty feminine character, but you know, whatever Game Freak wants to do. Not really my business to say because I'm not making the game. Let me catch up here. Scarf is great. Oh yeah. With the Pokeball on one side, I love that. Oh, hey, Purple Sea, what's up? Sword and Shield was good for competitive and access to it. Great designs in general, but the rest, it wasn't good for. It wasn't good. The Pokemon Company has it worse, I think, because they have to collaborate with a ton of merch companies and different businesses for each release of the new games. So they have much higher risk of not releasing on time. I do get that. But I think they've gone on record, I could be wrong, but I think they've gone on record and said that that's not the case. I think they've said that Game Freak has said that their release schedule is not determined by merch and stuff like that. I wonder if he has a super chiseled chin. We'll never know. He's got that scarf. Melly? I think so. Let me Google Melly real quick. I better not Google Pokemon search. I have safe search off. That could be a disaster. But yeah, it's probably Melly. Like the purple guy with the hat that's like singing in his official art. Probably. I mean, he has a hat, yeah. He's got like a big hat. But anyway, I really like Grusha. I like this. I like the color scheme overall. I like the scarf, the coat, and the boots. Oh, look at those eyes too. Two-toned eyes. The hair is that way too. It's like luminescent. It like shines a certain way. But yeah, I like those boots a lot. And the leggings. And the mittens. Yeah, that's one thing I think Pokemon does do really well still is character designs of like gym leaders and stuff. I think their character designs and character art is still usually like pretty good. Grusha's colors are very nice, especially the yellow-blue gradient. Yeah.
We take that for granted. It's only natural. But it's those things that we take for granted.
All right, who we got next? Jacques.
They're precious.
Jacques is cool. So he is your biology teacher and homeroom teacher. I'm surprised he's not the professor. He looks like he would be the professor, does he not? He has professor vibes. He's got glasses, a lab coat. The character designs got markedly better around Gen 7. This guy is fun. He's got like track pants with rips in them and slides for shoes. Yeah, I really like this guy. His glasses are a little weird, but whatever. I really like his hair. His hair matches his pants. Just like with them like flaring out, you know. He looks like he would fall in front of the class and drop all his papers. He looks like he'd get bullied by his students. So the thing I'm working on, the game called Yaju Masters, this is kind of what I envisioned the professor of that game to look like. Youngish, weird glasses, hair very similar to this, and then a white lab coat. He looks very chill and clumsy college professor, yeah. So he's the homeroom teacher. He teaches biology. He's very knowledgeable about Pokemon biology. He's the developer of the They need to stop doing this. They need to stop being like, Professor Oak invented the Pokedex. They're straight up saying this guy is the developer of the Pokedex app. Don't say that, dude. Don't say your teacher invented the Pokedex. Stop doing that.
Always stick with you.
They... You had a Pokedex in Legends Arceus. Like... Quit saying these people invented the Pokedex 100 different times. Alright, so we're done with Jacques. Jacques' pretty neat. Nimona. So we've seen her before. I think we just learned her name. I think she looks pretty cool. Very basic, which I think the player character has the same thing. You know what would be great? You know how as the player character you'll be able to customize your clothes? It would be great if as the game goes on, your rivals, they start off with plain school uniforms like you have, but as the game goes on, they get more and more custom stuff. Maybe even custom items that you wouldn't be able to get yourself. That would be really cool. I hope him being a biology teacher comes up in the story. Like, the biology thing seems important. Yeah, so I think that'll be one of the 3 stories, is he will want you to... He specifically will want you to fill out the Pokedex app. And I think the main story quests that he will do will be probably something like Legends Arceus that'll be like, fill out the Pokedex in this way. Get these entries for these Pokemon. Find this rare Pokemon in this region, you know. Find the new legendary that's not one of the 2 box legendaries.
I'll always stick with you.
I really wouldn't be surprised if he has one of the main story quests, and it's just filling out the Pokedex. Nimona is super cool. Yeah, she's super cool. Again, pretty plain. I like her Robo Glove thing, that looks rad. Yeah, what is that? Does she play soccer, you think? And it's like a... I don't know, I see that. It just reminds me of like a wrist guard. But yeah, maybe she's got a robotic hand. Who knows? Alright. What else we got? Penny. Penny is new. I think her design is okay. She reminds me of from Persona 5. Is that character's name Futaba? I forget the character's name. She kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Talking about I think Nimona again. Her whole design is amazing. It's very Pokemon, but also very realistic. Like, I could see someone in real life looking kind of like her. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Penny has a Tumblr account. For sure. Penny looks like she's going to an anime convention. Yeah, her design is a little plain to me. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad design. Just compared to the gym leaders, it's pretty plain. I like her backpack or whatever that Eevee thing is there. I think it's a little cliche to have her wearing like a dark hoodie. And just like dark clothes, but also like her eyes say like, I'm sad. I'm the sad character. And also my clothes are sad. I think it said she was shy, but like she looks really like depressed. And I think that going along with being shy and going along with her dark hoodie, I don't know, I think it's a little cliche. But I don't think it's bad design. I like her leggings. The patterns on those. And then the professors we already saw. So those are all the new Pokemon and new characters that we saw in the trailer from yesterday. I'm probably going to wrap this up soon. I would like to ask if you guys want to talk about anything else that was shown off in the trailers. So like riding the legendaries, the multiplayer. Characters, blah blah blah. Oh, and the new mechanic, the terastalizing. Talking about Penny again, I feel like she's going to get a costume change later in the game with more colorful clothes to match her hair. As like, I've changed as a person thing with her story. Right. That could very well happen. So yeah, what do we all think about terastalizing? I'll give you guys a chance to type in the chat what you want to say, and I will be right back in 1 minute. I'll be right back. I am back. All right, let's see what you guys said about terastalizing. I don't really like how it looks. But changing your type to anything could be pretty fun. The hats are kind of weird, but like the crystal look gives the Pokemon a giant I'm important look to them. Yeah, it's kind of it actually kind of worked on Dragonite and Gardevoir since they're sort of regal feeling. Yeah, so I actually don't mind the crystal appearance, but those stupid hats, dude. If they just turned into crystal, I honestly question the judgment of the people in charge of that. Like, who thought it would be cool? Who thought it would be cool to give them stupid hats, man? Like, I'm sorry, but you think they did that for accessibility? Just so you could easily see what type they're changing to? I mean, that could be the case. I just like, I don't know. I mean, it's not usually like super obvious what type they are to begin with anyway, so I don't think that would be like completely necessary. Well, I'm colorblind and I hate the change. The hats. I mean, I think if they're all like shimmering and made of crystal, that's obvious enough. The hats don't really like add to it, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. I cannot believe, like, where do the hats come from? These are like wild animals, you know? Like, See, here's why they did it. They needed a visual reason, like let's say Pikachu is terrestrializing into a flying type, right? Pikachu can't just turn into Crystal because then you're just looking at it and you can't tell what time it is. I'm just saying these hats look stupid, man. Like, I don't know. They could have done something. They could have done something else. Quaxley looks like its hair thing is popping in the image with its water crown. Yeah, kind of. I don't mind the crystal look. It does make them look like special, like they're about to pop off a nice attack or something, but these hats, man, I just don't know what they were thinking. I can't imagine it in the anime. Oh my god, you're so right. They're gonna have to do that in the anime. Wait, are Pokemon gonna be running around with these things in their head in the show? Looks so weird animated. I would not be surprised by Nine that if they did this in the show, if they just had it be CG, if they had the Pokemon be like a CG, not like obviously CG, but you know how a lot of anime, modern animes will have like a lot of CG parts that it's not supposed to look CG, but you can tell it's like, oh, they switched to CG for this shot. Like most of Beastars is CG, but 5 or 10% of it is not CG. I wonder if they'll just like make it CG when they do these chandeliers in the anime. I feel like the secret third legendary is going to be a crystal queen of sorts with the crowns and stuff. Well, it's so weird. The crowns was Gen 8, right? They had sword, shield, armor, and crown. They were doing like British knights and royal stuff. They're trying to be like super British. Man, it blows my mind that they did not go with like past and future types. Maybe they'll have some regional variants that will be like that, but so far, I mean, Wooper isn't a past or a future type, so. So yeah, I'd rather have them focus on stuff that actually let people interact with the game better, like multiplayer events and just like maybe new features of some kind, than like every generation make a gimmick that most people seem to hate. People didn't seem to mind Legend Arceus's strong style and agile style. I think people felt pretty okay with that. And maybe part of it is like they didn't get stupid hats, you know? There was no visual change. You just select it and it added to the strategy. Like changing your type would add to the strategy, but since it's a main game, I think they need a big flashy way to show it. Like Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing, you know? Like Megas. I think they need to sell the game with fancy crystal chandelier heads. And maybe for some people they do. Maybe some people need that in order to want to buy the game. Maybe there'll be fossil Pokemon roaming around in the wild, like they did with Crown Tundra, to give the past future theme more visibility. Man, what people on Instagram and Twitter have been doing with the Proto and Neo forms, I think that's fantastic, and the fact that they don't have something like that in-game, I think it really does hurt them. I think people would have a blast with these games, seeing they could do that instead of regional forms. Just have proto forms and neo forms. Kill two birds with one stone, you know? Oh man, you know what? The hats could have been so much cooler if they just looked like additional body parts. Yeah, the crowns are definitely flashier than they need to be. Imagine if the fire hat were a huge flame horns, for example. Yeah, instead of a literal chandelier with candles, yeah. And then I think the flames are also made of crystal. They're not real flames. But yeah, I mean, even if they're thinking, we can't put horns on every Pokemon's head, like we can't make that work out. Something like, just like a flame floating above their head or something. Or like if it's a water type, they could have some water or bubbles just like swirling around them a little bit. But man, they really went for it, huh, with these crystal chandeliers. So let's wrap it up with terastallizing. I like the normal types, just a giant gem. That's kind of neat, but like stupid. It's pretty stupid. Especially with the fact that the Hisui Pokemon are going to be compatible with these games. They already are like proto ones. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's true. But I think what people were imagining with prototypes, Hisui was maybe like 200 years before. People were imagining like thousands of years or hundreds of years. Like the screenshot looks like a bootleg Pokemon mobile game. It looks so weird. Maybe real quick, let's talk about the legendaries, and then I'm gonna be done for the day streaming, so we're gonna wrap it up with the legendaries. What do you guys think about riding them around? I think that is generally a thing people thought was going to happen already. They're not really blowing anyone's mind. I think the thing that blows people's mind is that that Koraidon doesn't even use its giant wheels. I love them, I was expecting it, and I'm on board with it. Yeah, so on paper, I should hate it. Like, oh, the legendaries are just vehicles, they're transformers. But there's something about, if you get them at the beginning of the game, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with them being like, you get to ride these Pokemon motorcycles. To me, it's almost like they're not legendaries. I feel like they're gonna have secret legendaries later. But like, I'm okay with this. For some reason, I like it. Now, can they explain why every single student gets one? No, they can't. I'm sure your character will be a special scenario. You're the only kid in the whole world who gets one. I don't know why they do that. The animations have helped me appreciate these designs more. Yeah, the animations are pretty cool. Like, Koraidon's weird antennas, they just like they spread out and become wings. That's really cool. Miraidon looks much cooler when it's moving to me, but Koraidon not using the tires to run is extremely funny. It's so funny. You could completely take the tires out of the design and it would be the same. It would just run. The tires don't do anything. Koraidon can be seen chirping and moving around in the trailer, but Miraidon is very static. So they do close-ups of their heads. They like do a close-up of Koraidon's head and then a close-up of Miraidon's head. And that, to me, I thought for sure we were going to get past and future forms, because that solidified to me that they are the same Pokemon. One is just in the past and one is in the future. They have the exact same face. And they are serving the same form. I mean, they're pretty much the same Pokemon. They are not different. Visually, they look a little different, They're different colors and everything, but they both have the same face, the same eyes. They're both the same kind of animal. They're like lizards. They both have 2 wheels. They're like the same Pokemon, but it's like a past and a future one. So I'm anxious to see. I bet that the story will go there. I bet you will find out like at the end of the game that, oh, your legendary has another form, you know, and it'll be the other legendary. Also feels really interesting and endearing to the player. Endearing the player to the box legendary. Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think that's why I like it. I like how more animalistic it is, but Miraidon's purple future look is also great. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. As Pokemon, I kind of think they're bad designs. Makes me think more of something else. Like, I said this in one of the last streams I did, but it's like an early 2000s, like Saturday morning anime monster vibe, like Beyblades or maybe Spectrobes or maybe even Transformers or Beast Wars. Maybe Digimon? I mean, I don't know. They don't look like Digimon to me. But I'm okay with it. I don't know why. Koraidon just looks so much not like a Pokemon, but I'm kind of fine with it. You know, I've accepted that Pokemon, the designs will be changing forever. And they changed the design style on purpose so that it constantly feels fresh. So I'm not really going to complain about that. But there's something about, you get them at the beginning of the game, you ride on them the whole game. Ride on, get it? I wonder if you have to have them in your party. So like Pokemon Legends Arceus, those were not Pokemon you had in your party, right? You hit start and then those Pokemon came from nowhere. Do we think these Pokemon will be like that? They won't be in your party, they will just be summoned from nowhere? Because there's no way you have to have these in your party. Can we all agree on that? Let me go back. Feels interesting way of endearing the player to the box legendary. Rather than just using them narratively, the third legendary is also just Rhydon. That would be so cool. Man, I love Rhydon. Or I love Rhyhorn. What's the second one? The standing up one? Yeah, they're very different, but I don't think it's bad. I was thinking you can get them to start with, but they're very weak and each gym badge makes them stronger. That would be very cool. I would love that. That'd be cool. That's a neat idea. Oh, I love the open world aspects of the game. This doesn't really have to do with the legendaries, but I love that you can do the gyms in whatever order. I love that there's other stories other than the gyms that you can be doing at the same time. That is very exciting to me. That and the multiplayer are probably the 2 big reasons I'm going to end up buying Pokemon Scarlet. Because it just seems more fun to play. It just seems fun to be able to do that. Yeah, I like them being in the party. I think them being in the party would be a deterrent. Maybe their ball is a special pouch and can carry them around, but not in your party, so you can't battle with it. Interesting. Yeah, because the Pokemon that you ride on in Arceus, I don't think they explain it. They just do, you play the flute and then they just teleport there. They're not even in Pokeballs. But this would be neat. You have a special Pokeball that you can carry. That would be really cool. Overall, Scarlet Violet seems like a good deal more appealing than Sword and Shield did, for whatever it's worth. I feel the exact same way. I would change a bunch of stuff about it. It's not my perfect Pokemon game, but it is more exciting than Sword and Shield. To me, by a lot. It's a lot more exciting. Maybe the story is about restoring their power or something, and you do that with the gym badges. That could be. I could see that for sure. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call that good for the day. Type in any last minute comments if you want. I'm losing my voice, man. I don't usually talk this much. But yeah, we'll wrap things up here. It was pretty fun going through this with you guys. Yeah, I love the way they look when they fly. I love how this looks. I just think it's neat. This one I think looks less neat, but still okay. It might make sense that instead of choosing you because you're the chosen one or something, they're weak and desperate and decided to... I lost my spot. Decided to hang out with you so you could help them. Yeah, something like that would be neat. Just change things up because they've never done that with the legendaries, I don't think. Okay, thanks for the stream, dude. Keep up your great art. This was a fun stream. Yeah, hey, thank you guys for chatting. That's what makes it a fun stream. I can just sit here and talk all I want, but it's not fun until you guys chat. Hanging out in this chat is always fun. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. This was kind of a short one. A little less than 2 hours, but I had fun, so I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Next time I'll probably be drawing something. I'm going to be going on vacation here soon, so the next stream probably won't be for a while. We'll see, but again, thank you guys. It was fun. Fun talking about this new Pokemon stuff, so I'll see you guys next time. See ya!